Hey everyone, welcome back. As really had to take a couple of days off because I wasn't sure how I was going to tackle this specific issue without really going crazy or without losing my temper, pretty much, and to think this through in a very meditated manner. I wasn't sure how to go about it. But here it goes. So bear with me here as I just want you to kind of imagine how, if you were 13, 14 years old, you had dreams, right? We all did. We all have. But being able to take that step from dreaming to doing is such a difficult one. But for many kids, it's kind of a push, because they see their situation at home, and at 13, 14, you're not dumb, you're not naive, you're not ignorant to what's going on or what's going on in your home. Some understand that there's poverty, and in some countries it's a motivator to advance and really look into more professional aspects of your life, to become your own person, because if you don't go at 13, 14, you might not even have a chance to have that opportunity for success. Maybe ever. That's one of those trains that only passes one time to the station, and if you don't catch it, it's done. So these children, because that's what they are, 13, 14 years old, leave their home. Now, to give you kind of a reference, it's like going from London to Moscow in some cases, or going from Miami to New York in some cases. That's what many children that are 13, 14 years old in places like Argentina and several other places in South America have to do on their own to be able to achieve success, to be able to at least have a shot to make that dream of theirs come true. And they go, and there's excitement, and there's anticipation, and there's, of course, that bit of fear that pushes them forward to be able to be successful, to be able to have that eventual fame, if you will. But then now, how do you maintain yourself? How do you find a means to support yourself if your family can barely support themselves within your own little hometown? I mean, you're that kid looking to make that dream come true. You're the one that goes into that Hollywood movie from the small town going to the big city. That's pretty much what it is. And how do you maintain yourself? So one of the options that there was for some, all of a sudden they have an option to be prostituted. And this is something that happened in Argentina. What was the most shocking thing about this was that it's been going on for years. Now, you imagine as a parent, you hear that your kid is at a club and this is going on. How would you feel? And you're 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 miles away. Of course, you would feel that sense of fear, of anger, of everything else that's going on. What even angers you even most is hearing a person like Daniel Bertoni, a former World Cup winner with Argentina back in 1978. Also won a couple of Copa Libertadores with Independiente, the club that's really taking the heat as far as this scandal is concerned. The first one that was found out were because finally some kid broke. And those were the exact words from Bertoni, because he said, well, this has been going on forever. This has been going on since the time I was playing. And you're like, wait a second. So this has been going on for over 40 years, yet nobody knew about it? He's like, yeah, nobody knew about it. Well, people knew about it. Nobody just happened to break. It was something that was well known. But yet nobody decided to say anything. Now, when it comes to that issue, that's a very sensitive aspect of it. And I'm not talking about the kids talking, because finally a kid did speak. But why weren't any adults that knew or had a suspicion that something was going on say anything? That to me was the biggest thing that annoyed me. And now, of course, with this coming through and the authorities getting involved, now you start to see clubs like River Plate, clubs like Temperley, now even Argentine Gymnastics. Of course, gymnastics all of a sudden becomes that I guess, keyword in all of this because of what happened here in the United States with the Olympic team. And it's still relatively fresh in our memories. So to start seeing all this come to fruition, really, as a parent, it really puts you in a situation where you feel kind of vulnerable, kind of angry, kind of upset at things that are going on in this world. Me as a father kind of feel that way as well. And feel some empathy towards the parents. And if you feel even more empathy and sadness for these kids, because not only is their professional well-being put at stake, but also their personal life, their emotional stability, all these other things really have been part of the reason why some have been complaining about, emotional stability within kids. Who knows in what other places these things are going on? So, I mean, if it's already being uncovered in football, imagine where else it could be occurring. That, to me, is a major issue in football. That shows me the sickness of football right now for individuals that are just looking to make a buck, and looking to make a buck at the expense of many of these kids. It doesn't matter how, as long as they are able to do it. Or some of that were being accused were assistant coaches at the youth level. And there was just a ring of these prostitution rings, if you will, that are really being handled within Argentine football, within these specific clubs that I mentioned early on today in this discussion. And it angers me. It angers me because now it's another black eye in the game that I'm not sure how people are going to be able to react, because now we're not just talking about careers that are being ruined. Now we're talking about something even worse. Lives that have been absolutely shattered. Hey guys, before I go, I just want to remind you to subscribe to Beyond the Pitch over on iTunes, on SoundCloud, Stitcher, wherever you decide to consume your audio content, and make sure you continue following us on Beyond the Pitch on those platforms, as well as on social media at Beyond the Pitch over on Twitter. And you can start looking at what's going on in the world of football. We're going to continue giving you, Phil and I, some of the best pundits, players, personalities of the game, and let them tell their story and let them really be able to do stuff. Also, I want to remind you, my YouTube page is now up, so make sure you go and subscribe there as well. But make sure you subscribe to Beyond the Pitch. Make sure you do that, and also leave us a rating, because we want to know what you're thinking. So 1 star is great. 5 stars, you're an absolute god or goddess. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and continue supporting us here at Beyond the Pitch, both over at Beyond the Pitch as well as here on Anchor as well with BTP Daily. All right? Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Peace.